Everybody, welcome back to another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and you know we are talking Carolina basketball and a little twist, an ACC basketball twist here in this drop. We've got a ton of straightforward Tar Heel things coming to you here in the next couple of days, and then, of course, when I get out to Los Angeles for the Sweet 16 and however long we're out there, Tar Heels, covering the Tar Heels, either just for Thursday if they don't beat Alabama in the Sweet 16. If they do win, we will stay out there for the regional final. And if the Tar Heels win the region, we're going to stay out west, drive to Phoenix, and bring you a ton of stuff from Phoenix the following week. But we're not going to get way ahead of ourselves right now. The topic right now is the ACC. And that the ACC eye test did not lie. One of my favorite things in a long time was Twitter Sunday night. X, if you call it X. I still call it Twitter. Old school, going to call it Twitter. The amount of pro-ACC trolling being done to the John Rothsteins and Joe Lenardis and Gary Parishes and all those people, the Jeff Goodmans, all of them, I thought was hysterical. These are all people who have done wonderful things in their career. I worked with Jeff Goodman at Fox Sports. I know what kind of journalist Jeff Goodman is. I know his approach to things. I know how connected he is and all that stuff. And I'm not dogging him or anybody like that. I'm just saying that watching so many different corners of the ACC come to life, supporting the conference and pushing the fact that there are 4 teams in the Sweet 16, I thought was great. This is a league that's been getting beaten up for a while for football, for basketball. Everybody wants out. FSU wants out. Clemson wants out. When's Carolina going to leave? And here in the last few days, and I think spearheaded by NC State, which is an awesome story. I don't care what Carolina fans think. It's an awesome story that this is something that has bound the league together. Even if for a week or two here in March, it's still bound the league together. And I think it's awesome and I think it's needed. And I did see Jim Phillips, the ACC commissioner in Charlotte, on Saturday. And then watching, I guess it was the Duke game on Sunday, he was in Brooklyn where the Blue Devils were. So he's getting out and about. And this is a good time to be in the ACC because there's a lot of vindication going on. It's not like we haven't seen this happen before. In recent years, the ACC gets dogged, doesn't get enough teams in a tournament because it screws itself playing a 20-game conference schedule, which needs to go bye-bye, even with the additions to the league. Nevertheless, the league steps up, performs in the postseason. 4 teams in the Sweet 16. That's now 13 times the ACC has done that. 13 times. I think the rest of the conferences combined is like 19. And I don't think anybody else has done it more than 5 times. And here it is, the ACC, when John Rothstein said, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, might only get 2. The 2 people assume Duke and Carolina in the Sweet 16. Duke kicked the crap out of JMU. Carolina pulled away from Michigan State. Played very well pulling away from Michigan State. How about Clemson? Clemson played Wednesday, didn't get past Wednesday in the ACC tournament. 6 seed there, 6 seed in the NCAA tournament. The Tigers are in the Sweet 16. How about NC State? Had to play Tuesday. Won the ACC tournament. Everybody said, they're out of gas. Everyone bet against them. No way they get out of the first round. No way they beat Texas Tech. Here they are, Sweet 16. 7 wins in the last 65 days of the regular season, 7 wins in the last 12 days. This happens over and over again. Miami last year, Final Four. Miami the year before, Elite Eight. Carolina Duke playing in the Final Four. It is the best league in college basketball. I said to Jacob a couple times on some of the shows we did, the league's a lot better. I should have done some more podcasts with Brett Friedlander during the season. I apologize I didn't. Time is just so precious, and there's very little of it outside of doing my regular duties here at THI. And I should have done more of them because Brett and I talk about it all the time. If you just watch these teams play, if you just watch them play, you know that they're really good. Last year, the league was down. I thought the league was a lot better this year. I saw everybody in person, everybody in the league in person. And I was talking to somebody with North Carolina's program before the Michigan State game on Saturday, sitting in the press room. Maybe it was actually Friday because we had all the media stuff Friday, locker room interviews and things like that. And I said, I sat courtside and watched Michigan State beat Mississippi State. And I told him, I said, Pittsburgh's a better team, period. And he agreed. And there was no reason to agree because he was pro ACC or anything like that. He just simply agreed. And they are. Pittsburgh, if they were in this tournament, they'd still be playing, more than likely. Pittsburgh's a good team. Pittsburgh should have been in this tournament. I can understand why Wake Forest didn't get in, but the eye test told me when I watched Wake Forest in person, that's an NCAA tournament team. At some point, the eye test is going to have to matter. I knew North Carolina was damn good most of the year. I saw Duke a few times in person. Duke didn't look great, but you could see it. The parts were there, and the resume was the resume. No questions asked. But Clemson, it was so obvious Clemson was an NCAA tournament team. It was so obvious Pittsburgh was an NCAA tournament team. And to be honest with you, as poorly as Virginia played the last month of the season, that stretch the Wahoos had in the middle of the year, exclamation mark times 100, that was an NCAA tournament team. Just didn't play well down the stretch, couldn't find a way out of it. And that happens. NC State, I'll tell you, I love that Keats went to O'Connell as the facilitator. He should have done it sooner. He did for a couple of games, pulled back. But if Diarra was this guy in November and December, State would be like a 4 seed. No surprise that the Wolfpack is continuing to win. And I think State has a chance maybe to go another round. It will be interesting to see if we can get an NC State Duke regional final and a North Carolina Clemson regional final. Guys, I'm all for it. Give it to me. I love the drama. I think a State Duke regional final would be phenomenal for the Triangle, phenomenal for the ACC. NC State flaring up like this is good for ACC basketball. Now the league needs Louisville to make a competent hire and get its butt back to where it should be. It needs Red Autry to go hit the portal and get some guys to help Syracuse get where it needs to be, because they did lose Copeland into the portal, which surprised me. Justin Taylor going to the portal did not surprise me. The ACC needs NC State to be pretty good and relevant in basketball. It makes this area so much more fun, guys, because a lot of you don't like NC State fans. I get it. I covered NC State also for a long, long time. It's an interesting fan base, certainly different than Duke's, different than Carolina's, very different than Wake Forest's. But when that fan base has enough reason for optimism, it makes things around here a lot spicier. And I like that. And I think it's good for the league. Georgia Tech, by the way, another program that should be really good. Go back to the Bobby Cremins there and how the Yellow Jackets were really good for a long time. There's no reason the Yellow Jackets can't get back to that. Its recruiting base is ridiculous. It should be very, very good. I would love to see the league stick together. I would love to see the league kick you-know-what in basketball and make it a lot more fun. And at some point, force all these Lenardis, and I will be critical of Lenardi because he's a St. Joe's radio color guy. How the hell is he watching the rest of the league? I don't know how he got the platform he does. He's always in the bottom 30% of accuracy, but he's been made into a TV star and people swear by what he says. But he was wrong. He was wrong about this league. A lot of them were wrong about this league, but the people who are around the league, and I talk to a lot of media that covers the ACC, they, beat writers that see every team play, see every team oftentimes a couple of times in person, along with the team that they cover. And everyone was saying, I don't understand why the league's getting beaten up. These conversations took place in early January, mid-January, late January, throughout February and into March. And the ACC tournament in DC a couple weeks ago, that was a common topic of conversation among media. Look, the league was a little bit down last year. We get it. But the league's good this year. It's good. And it's proving it right now. And it's unfortunate that there weren't a couple more teams that were also in the tournament to prove their worth. So off the soapbox, but I think it's cool. I think it's good for Carolina basketball because when the league's really good, it just makes things a lot more fun, a lot more interesting, and they get more tested for the tournament. Carolina's battle tested, guys. It's battle tested because this league's pretty good. There are 4 ACC teams still playing. There are 16 teams still playing college basketball. Carolina's got road wins against 3 of them inside the league. 1 at Clemson, 1 at State, 1 at Duke. You don't think that means something? When you watch them pull away, when you watch anybody go on a 23-3 run against a Tom Izzo team, that says something. And that didn't happen because, they're just really good. They built toward that, and part of building toward that was playing at Clemson, playing at State, playing at Duke. And then they closed them out. It's 14-2. They just took it to another gear because they've been playing these teams. They played a really good non-conference schedule. So good for the ACC. Good for Brett Friedlander, Saturday Road, who wrote a great piece Sunday night. Go check it out if you have not seen it. Follow him on Twitter at BFRIDACC. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Brett Friedlander, Saturday Road, phenomenal piece. He is pounding the drum for the league, and he should be. And I think it's great that ACC people are pounding the drum for the ACC. It's about damn time. And there's a good reason for it right now. If you're excited about the league and glad the league is doing well and glad the league is making a lot of people eat crow, click like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you get updates every time we upload videos, and it's going to be a lot. We're going to be doing multiple daily drops on a specific day moving forward throughout the rest of North Carolina's run into the NCAA tournament. Even though I have to travel to LA Tuesday, we're going to do a bunch of stuff ahead of time so we can just roll them out as I'm flying across country, and you guys can get your fill of Carolina and ACC stuff. I cannot wait to get to LA. Got a couple more of these I'm recording here at home. And then after that, the next ones you get from me will be from, I believe it's Crypto.com Arena. Last time I was there, it was Staples Center in 2015 when the Tar Heels lost to Wisconsin in the Sweet 16. So I think it's Crypto.com Arena. Not a big fan of the corporate names because they're constantly changing, but I'll get it right by the time I have to write something from there and actually write the name of the arena. And by the way, guys, if you haven't done it, now's the time to do it. Head on over to TarHeelIllustrated.com, just $8.33 a month. You can be an insider to so much of what we report, so much of what we dig up never makes it onto any of these videos. It's there, premium content, and that's how we keep this thing going. It costs money to do this business, and that supports this process. And the more people that subscribe to our site, the more of these videos you will get. I'm AJ, and I'll see you next time.